Welcome, gorgeous viewer, to my Inner Peace Talk with amazing Susan Ellis-Saller. Straight, she's living near Vienna, and I am here near Zurich in Switzerland, so we're neighbors country-wise. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous angel lover, fellow angel lover, soul sisters. We met, I don't know, is that 6 years ago? Met in real life, but we didn't know each other or about each other then when she was volunteering for an angel event, and we got together. She helped me when I started my business. She's helping spiritual business startups, helping with marketing, and just getting the basics ready to really think of everything, because that's sometimes when you start a business, you have no idea what's coming your way. And she's a gorgeous, beautiful soul, helping that. She has a wonderful group, and yeah, she also does tarot card reading. So that's always good. When I have questions, I go to her. And I hope it's okay to share. She offers amazing Reiki healing. I book in for the whole year, sort of 12 sessions. I book one each month just to get my energy going, just to clear my energy. Because even as a healer, sometimes it's you can't do it on your own. You need someone to point you to the right direction. So thank you so much, Sue, for being here. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you summed everything up. So thank you for the beautiful introduction and of course your friendship and you know, it's been such a journey that we've been on together. Like, you know, the past 6 years have been amazing as far as seeing light workers coming into their own, you know, with business, with themselves, with finding a way to share their experiences and their presence, just like you with your books and with your interviews, and really seeing you embrace your mission and purpose and vision has been a beautiful thing to watch as well. So yeah, definitely.
Thank you. And yeah, you had young children at home and needed to school them. We're all sort of, yeah, being shell-shocked. It's quite enormous, you know, how it affected us all. Were there moments, or can you share a little bit how you come back to your inner peace, or what has helped you to just, I don't know, take a moment to breathe or something like that?
Well, hang on a second for some reason. Okay. Wow. You know, I think we were chatting a little bit about it, and I wish I could remember exactly the way you phrased it, because it was such a nice way of putting it. But, you know, it was acceptance, like just, you know, ultimately accepting the situation as it was, and really trying to use this time. I kept getting the guidance, connect. And you know, you're just like, okay, I think that's really, we've been spending so much time on the internet as a whole, as a society, you know, people are sitting in their rooms or oftentimes in the same room, and they're not connecting with one another. And at the same time, we're not connecting with ourselves, because we're totally, you know, almost drawn out of our bodies. So I've been like in this like regrounding. And so, you know, the recent situation has pushed us thud on our behinds and really said, okay, prioritize what's really important to you in this time. What do you want to make of this? Because that's the whole thing. It's really been an interesting exercise in finding the beautiful things and the way to get through this with the most positive energy and the least fear. Of course, I have anxiety, you know, just the same as everybody else. Our lives are really on hold. You know, we don't know what's going on and what's going to happen. But I've been so happy I spend more time with my kids. Of course, I haven't seen my daughter since Christmas, so that's really, really hard, even though she's a half an hour away. But, you know, I'm respecting her, and their wishes. as well, as far as, you know, germs and staying. But so yeah, it's finding the positive moments and the positive parts of this, and really taking the time to say, I don't need that anymore. It's been taking up my time, but I just don't really think it's been any value to me, or it's been draining me. And so that cutting off those things, it's like pruning a flower, you know, it's really allowing me to take my energy and to make more beautiful things out of it by not feeding those unnecessary dead vines anymore. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All the energy suckers sort of fell away because, yeah, we came back to, I think the question is, who am I was big, you know, and what's important. So, and then, yeah, you had your whole family home, and then you had them home and you wanted to make the best of it. And that took over, and then there was little time, and then you just focused much more on what do I really want, you know, what is really important in my life, and yeah, coming out of that soil ready to bloom. So that is gorgeous. So share a little bit more of what you're doing and who you're helping.
Well, basically, I, you know, I tend to get this, like, number one, I can go onto somebody's website or on their page, and I can kind of feel and see and sense the energy that's either there or not there for their business, you know. And then I help them to create a strategy, which for sensitive and spiritual entrepreneurs, strategy is like, oh, don't want to do that. I hate strategy. I like flow. Well, there are ways of like maximizing or optimizing your flow, so that if you are really in the mood to make videos, you make 6 videos and you know, kind of stagger and schedule them out. Or if you're in the mood to sit and create images, then you can make 30 images, schedule them into, you know, tailwind or later or whatever. And then you're done with that part of your business for the time being. And so, and, you know, of course, the energy work, you know, it's funny because every night before I go to bed, I try and do Reiki on myself, because it's just been so, I need it. It's necessary right now. And so I take my selenite, you know, get the Reiki going and really kind of clear my own energy, so that, you know, going to sleep is really relaxing. I don't, you know, sit up and worry. Of course, you know, everybody does that every once in a while, but really kind of getting back into myself. And like with our sessions when we do Reiki, do you care if I share a little bit about?
Yes, please feel free. Good.
Okay, because it's interesting and it's fun, because a lot of times we'll have a shared experience in, you know, kind of we'll meet each other on the universal plane. And there's times when I can pick up information or images or energetic impressions of things that are going on in your life that I would have absolutely no basis for knowing. You hadn't shared with me. I couldn't pick it up, you know, from your social media or whatever. And so, and it's just fascinating and exciting. And I don't know if you saw, I've been kind of working on trying to put together, and this is, I haven't even told you about this, so I hope you reach it, because we have this opportunity right now, because a lot of us have Fitbits, you know, and right now with so many people being really monitored for their vital statistics with their blood pressure, sleep. This tracks my sleep, it tracks my heart rate, it tracks different things about what you could relate to stress levels. And so I have been working on creating the parameters for doing a larger study of not only energy healers, but also their clients. But the thing is that they have to have some sort of a third-party tracking tool. And it's beautiful because nobody is messing with the data. You know, we're not able to, you know, kind of, what's the word? manipulate the data, so we can just pull all of this beautiful raw data and really get down into the nitty gritty. Okay, maybe it didn't cure, or I mean, Reiki is so cool because like I've worked with people where their wounds have healed quicker, or where, they've managed their pain a lot better. And so now that we have this, like not only with the trackers, but also we can apply this to COVID. At the end of the day, we can say, okay, I'll pair with this hospital and I will get, a picture of somebody who's suffering, and they're monitoring their vital statistics because they're in ICU. So we can, at some way, really create strong, scientifically backed studies right now. And I'm getting goosebumps from this.
That's amazing. And I love that because so many people, I'm an energy healer too. And sort of like there are those scientific minds that feel like, yeah, right, it's not proven and it only works when you believe in it and all these kind of things. And of course we know, and people we worked with, they know that it really helps and it's really amazing. But having it now sort of on a scientific base, that's great. That's absolutely amazing. And I love that. I love that because especially now, I think people can really profit from, I call it simple tools, because it's nothing complicated and we can just tap into the energy system and it gives such a great relief. And of course, I mean, we can't heal or keep someone here whose time is up because we can only work with the universe. But even if we can decrease the suffering, it's so much better for that person, isn't it? So, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. We have brand new information. I love that you shared it here.
So I just wrote it up. It's on Spiritual Business Spotlight in the blog. So, but yeah, I haven't really widely shared it. I started working on it and then got, mom stuff overwhelmed. But yeah, so that'll be something that I'm working on recruiting people actively for. And also I would like to get in touch with some of the tracking devices to see if they would be interested in supporting the work somehow. So yeah.
I will share the link to your blog post. So if people want to know more about that, that's gorgeous. And have you seen, because you sort of you work with new entrepreneurs, you still work with me and I'm still in your group. So, but have you seen more people going online? Because for us, it's a sort of, I feel like everybody is coming and says, hi, I'm online now too. So what do those people need? What's their first step?
Well, the first step is really to, kind of sit within themselves and really say, what's my mission and vision and purpose? Because being able to communicate that is going to be key in working with people. And then use the tools that they have right now, because a website does take a while to develop. It's like a house. It's never done. There's always a project that needs updating but there are so many free tools out there. Facebook, for example, where you can actually optimize it. You can link acuity scheduling to your Facebook page. You can start attracting an audience that way. You can even make a little store on Facebook so that you can sell your items or your services on there. So, and then everybody wants to be 3 years into the game like yesterday, And so it's really a thing about making sure, because I think it's really easy to get burnt out initially because you're running on so much passion and motivation and must do in the beginning, that you're posting 10 blog posts or 10 images every day and 3 blog posts a week and making multiple videos. And if you take all of that passion and all that information and all that energy and use it wisely, spread it out over a period of time, then it's fabulous, because then you get the consistency. You're showing up more often. You're not overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, I made 10 videos last week. Now I have to make 10 videos every week. And really, like, I hate to say this because I'm like a disorganized mess sometimes, but seriously, getting things organized, getting your colors picked, getting your fonts picked, so that you just go into Canva, you open something up, there's your fonts, there's your colors, there's everything like that. A few images that really kind of speak to you. And then when you're in that beautiful first stage of your business as well, there's so much love and hope. And so really maintaining that, like, don't sit down in a state of fear. Don't sit down in a state of lack and create. Don't sit down in a state of frustration and create. Because ultimately, the energy that you're sitting in is going to be the energy that you're pushing into your work. And people who are sensitive to that are going to feel that. So, I mean, even when I was working on the hotline, some people would go there and say, ooh, I get a headache when I go there. I don't want to work there. I don't want to be a part of it. Of course, I couldn't control like the foundational energy that was a part of it. I could only control my side of that. But be cognizant, be aware of the energy. And sometimes you just have to take a break. You're not expected to work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's your passion, it's your baby. I understand that. But at the same time, putting good boundaries in place right from the beginning for yourself is going to allow you to put good boundaries in place for your clients, for your students, for your family. So it's going to radiate from that. So, you know, how you were saying before, everything is related to the self right now, and self-love and self-worth. That's a part of your business as well. You know, that's something that's going to have to be a part. You're going to have to think about it as you're working through your business.
And do you also help people to, with their first vision and ideas, to sort of formulate it, or do you only come back in a different stage?
I do. I love helping people in the first parts of it, but I try and kind of say, okay, web development, I would rather hand over to Helena or somebody like that, because Helena Hart with Websites with a Heart.
Helena Hart was in one of my first Inner Peace talks, so you can go back to that episode and listen to it and find all her details as well. Yeah, Helena Hart is amazing. Go on.
Yeah, she is amazing, and that's why I recommend her all the time, because she also gets us, you know, and that's so important, because I don't want to go to a web developer or a social media strategist or anybody who's going to look at our work or the work that I'm doing and be like, well, okay, whatever, you know, as long as you're paying me the money at the end of the day, you know. But really, I love all aspects of it. I love, you know, kind of creating that business plan that's going to flow in. I do really well with, you know, next level. I also love teaching people how to, you know, optimize what they've already created. So they might have been in business for 5 years and have all this wonderful content, but they don't know how to recycle it and renew it and share it again. So that's kind of one of the things. And then writing and so yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and one of the things that is always with me and close to my heart is you taught me how to batch work, like you said. Yeah, if you have your tripod up with, I mean, I do it with my iPad. I might as well do 10 videos because it's all prepared. Of course, in between I switch my t-shirt, I move my hair or do something that it doesn't look like it's the same. But while it's all there, I can do 10 videos because I won't take the tripod out and put it up every day. So that batch work is amazing, and you mentioned that before too. And if you're in Canva or wherever you create your graphics, you can do a couple of, and then you have for the next couple of days, and that's really, it's energy preserving and time preserving, and it's fun because when you're in that zone and do that. And yeah, the title is Do Everything with Love, and the right energy. This is really important. And would you love to explore that a little more? Or
Well, and that's the whole, and it is easy to kind of get stuck into comparison mode. And I will say that I've done that myself. And so that's not love. You know, comparing yourself to others, a lot of times too, we're comparing our first year with somebody else's sixth year or something like that. And so I'm sorry, my ringer keeps being here. But
it's live.
okay. But like you said, like when you're flowing in one thing, like if you're into making videos, and I do the same thing, I change my hair, I change my earrings, change my shirt, I might move to a different location or something like that, but really optimizing the energy that you have. So you're sitting in this space of like excitement and creativity. And so ride that, you know, you don't have to say, I'll conserve my creativity today because I'm going to need it tomorrow. No, it's like full expression of all of the creative juices. And I think a lot of times too, this is something that I'm trying to work on with my own self, because I think that especially in certain areas of spiritual work, I think it's hard sometimes to be fully authentic and show up as yourself, because you think that other people are expecting you to be a certain way, or to act a certain way, or to speak a certain way, or to even eat a certain way, or, you know, since the COVID thing started, even to think a certain way, you know, and to really, I don't want to be boxed into somebody else's cookie cutter angel person ideas about who I am. And I think that towards the end of a certain person who we will not name's career or whatever, I think a lot of people were feeling constrained by the expectations. And it's easy in business also, when you're looking around and looking at what other people are doing, to confine and constrain yourself. And I did the same thing. I have to be a certain way and show a certain image. But then I was just like, but there's Sue, and people like Sue too, you know? And so it was really eye-opening to be like, I can be me. And people probably, well, the people who like me, yay, you know, the people who don't like me, yay, you know, I'm not the person for them.
Yeah, it's authenticity. Being authentic is so, and I had the same, you know, I tried to fit in here or here, never stick out, you know, do everything properly. And then realizing, again, I'm losing myself just in business because I try to be perfect. And we can all be our quirky, beautiful self. And that's important. And I think that's where you also help, because you get to know the person, and then you see what they're doing online, how their homepage is, and does it match? Is it what they're doing, you know? And sometimes it's really helpful to have an outside view. It's like now, you know, I say, oh, in 20 years time, looking back onto this time, I love to read history books in 20 years, seeing how we fared here, and just seeing it from another side or from an outside perspective, and is yeah, is my website or my posts on social media, does that match? Is it what who I am and what I want to represent? And that's where Sue is really, really helpful and happy to connect with you. So I know, and I am in her amazing, beautiful group. It's called Spiritual Business Basics, and I will be sharing the link to her group. It's a free group, and she shares great insights and topics each day. And we're gonna post the link to your gorgeous blog post. Is there anything else you love to share, or how can people find you?
Well, I am pretty much everywhere. So I usually go by Sue though. So it's usually SUEELLISSALLER. It's kind of like Mississippi. It's so annoying. I have so many double letters, but you can find me there. I'm also, I have the Spiritual Business Spotlight, which is for up and coming spiritual and sensitive entrepreneurs to share their work and help them to get in the spotlight. And then I have the Spiritual Business Basics group, like you said, and that I'm going to work on bringing more energy and more juice and substance into that group, because you know that's part of it too, is showing up, giving your business your energy, and that's, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, so you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Patreon, on Podia, everywhere. So
She's everywhere. She knows everything. That's your job, isn't it? You need to know about everything, and then finding the right things or matching the right things with the right clients. And it's also SueEllis-Saller.com is your website, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's gorgeous to have you here. It's I always love my coffee tea chats with everyone here, and it's that connection, that heart to heart connection, and with Sue, I am sure all our viewers can feel that too. It's really that beautiful heart connection. Thank you for being here. And is there anything else you love to share?
No, just thank you, and I appreciate our friendship, and thank you for having me on. And yeah, so looking forward to seeing you grow and prosper as well. So yeah.
Thank you so much, and see you later.
See you later.